Hi guys, welcome to our graphing in Google Sheets assignment. So this is a continuation of last week's assignment where you made a Google form with 10 questions. You sent out your form, you got lots of responses, and now we are going to pull up that data and create some graphs to see your data. I'm going to share my screen with you and show you how to do this week's graphing in Google Sheets assignment. So, excuse me. Um, this is your first slide. All you have to do on this slide is double click the by and put in your name. The reason you have to double click it is because it is word art. On slide 2, these are the directions. You will need to learn how to create graphs in Google Sheets. You're going to be creating 10 graphs. That sounds like a lot, but I promise you it's not too bad. You're going to use the 10 questions that you made about yourself from Google Forms. And I want you to learn about a variety of charts and graphs this week. Pie charts, 3D pie charts, donut charts, line charts, column charts, bar charts, stacked charts, bubble charts, and map charts. And the video I'm making now is going to go on here. The rest of the slides will be your charts or your graphs. Those words you'll hear me use interchangeably throughout this presentation. So on slide 3, you'll put a chart of all of your data from question 1, and I'm about to show you how to do that. That'll be worth 10 points. And then you'll go ahead and do the same for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You'll have a total of 10 graphs, and they'll be worth 10 points each. Sounds like a lot of work. I promise you it's not bad. Once you get the first one done, you'll see how easy it is. So the first thing you're going to need to do is go to your Google Drive, and you get there by clicking on this little hamburger right here, Google Apps icon. Go to your Google Drive and pull up your Google form from last week. Step 2 is going to your responses. This is all your data. Data are facts, statistics, information collected for analysis. Analysis or analyzing data is important to understand because it addresses problems a company might be facing, our school might be facing. If I pull up this data and everybody is missing question number 5, then I know I need to go read whatever question number 5 was because people aren't understanding it. Data is used to make really important decisions. Now, it is nice that Google Forms does create some graphs for you. That's an amazing feature. Thank you, Google Forms. But the first thing I'm going to have you guys do is open up your spreadsheet. This is such an amazing feature under responses for your form that you can click this Google Sheets icon and it creates all of your data for you from your Google form in this spreadsheet. It has all of my responses time-stamped, who took my quiz, what score they got, and every single one of their answers if I scroll through, which is pretty amazing. Now that's a lot of data. You'll see the columns are separated by my questions, and then the rows are separated by the respondents' answers. So that is how it's all set up. Each one of these is called a cell. We have talked about that before. Remember, we learned about formulas and functions last week or a few weeks ago doing a budget. So the point of creating this is a lot. When you look at this, oh my gosh, it's like, wow, that's a lot of data. So what I want you to do is select your first question and all the data, the row heading at the top or the column heading and all of the data. And let's make it a lot easier to view. Most people are visual learners, so let's make a chart because I'm telling you, most people they're gonna prefer looking at a chart rather than just all of these words. It's going to communicate our data, this chart. So you'll go to insert, you'll go to chart, and I want you to try out, it automatically it defaulted to a pie chart because its algorithm is telling us that, the computer that I think this is going to be best visualized in a chart. That's fine. You can do a chart for a pie chart for this one. And then I do want you to try out the other charts for your other questions. But for this one, we'll go ahead and do pie chart. You can do lots of customizing. You can right click and resize this. You can right click and put a legend. You can put, well, it already gave us a title. You can do subtitle. Aggregated data, it's just taking a bunch of data and put it all into one place for us. So this is really nice. So what we'll do is you can click customize up here and look at all these pie charts. You can put a border on it and different colors, chart style, background color, orange. There we go. All right, so once you have your chart for question 1, I would like you to hit Control C, come over here to your slide, hit Control V, and go ahead and paste this in your spreadsheet. So you have all your data put into a visual representation to communicate to me. Now let's go do question number 2. Let's go back to my spreadsheet, maybe move, you can actually, if you can get that out of the way, or delete it. All right, now we're gonna go back up here. My second question was, what kind of pets do I have? I'm gonna select all my data. If you don't select your data, it won't graph anything. So that's pretty important. Click on Insert, click Chart. And again, it created a pie. But remember, I want you to try different types. If you have any kind of, so these are the suggested ones it's giving me. Some histogram charts, column, and bar. All right. Line charts are more used for like showing change over time, but you know, I want you to at least do one line chart. These are stacked. These are called stacked bar and column. And then if you do any kind of questions about places, I want you to use the map geocharts. You've done scatter charts in math, I'm sure. Okay, so it'll tell you if that chart won't work. So if it says that, then obviously we'll have to choose a different one. Obviously, this is not showing me the correct data because that's not right. So we're not going to use that type of chart. We need to at least use one that makes sense. So, okay, this is the correct data. So I'm going to use a column chart, which just has columns for this one. So I'm going to again hit Control C. I'm going to come over to here and I'm going to hit Control V, link it, paste. All right, so you'll see that it is linked. You can go back to the original source if I want, which is nice. It's pretty cool. So I want you to put a graph for every question, a chart showing every question, and that is your assignment for the week. I mean, for today. So let's do one more, and then I think you're going to be ready to go. So this question, what do I teach? And this one will be interesting because it had 2 answers. So let's see what it does for this. Insert, chart. Okay, so pie chart, and I'll show you that this is a 3D pie chart. I do want you to do one of those. This is a donut chart. I also want you to do one of those. So I'll put in a donut for this one, Control C, come back over here, Control V, yes, paste. All right, the next one, I want to show you how to do a one with the map geo chart. So I have one that question about where was I born, and I'm going to do this one. So where was I born? I'm going to select all the data in this column, and I'm going to go up to Insert Chart, and I'm going to use it's not suggesting GeoChart, but I'm going to use it anyway, GeoChart. Okay, so let's see if that worked. And it's not representing, oh, because they're all in the United States. This would only work if it was different countries, I believe. So GeoChart's not going to work on that one. Okay, but this one did, the GeoChart with markers. So it did plant. Okay, so this one worked. Florida, Texas, Colorado, and South Dakota. But now it's only saying one for each. So that is not really a good representation of the data. So maybe Geo is not the best. maybe we should stick with our handy dandy pie chart or line. Let's see what area chart looks like. Just make sure that it does represent your data accurately. So you may need to go back and look at the responses and make sure everything looks right. So yeah, that's right. Most people thought I was born in Texas. So you could use an area chart on this one. I just want you to get used to, using all of them. If this is not correct, if your x-axis is not labeled correctly, you can go to axis and label your vertical axis. Horizontal axis, this one's not labeled. So you could customize that as well. You can customize font, colors, all of that. Okay, so we'll do Control C, come over here and Control V and paste. All right. So I want you to go through, try out lots of different charts and have some kind of a chart for each question. Good luck, have fun, and let me know if you need help. Bye-bye, guys.